Good morning, everyone. Thomas Montgomery with IIMFL and Smart Money Alliance. It is a beautiful Thursday morning, April 1st, but there's no April Fool's Day here. We're going to talk about some important material that certainly should assist you in your ability to reach out to others to help them so you can monetize it. So I got a split screen here showing you. The first thing I want to share with you is the press release. The press release is going out today, and it announces that our 501c3 now has the 60-day credit sweep program available. You and I both know that it just didn't launch today, but the press release announcement is today. We are more than happy because most of you are following the white label model, which is even highlighted over here. Let me close this, highlighted right here. So with the white label, you can take this press release template, edit it, and then use it for your marketing. So we're more than happy. All you need to do is just email us and request it, and we'll send it to you in Word format. Right now you're looking at it in PDF, but we'll send it to you in Word format. And so then you can change it for your white label. So if you have a logo, you can put your logo, or you can just get rid of the logo altogether. Often press releases don't have logos. Obviously, the contact information needs to become yours, not ours, for your white label. You would change the city and state, and you could leave the date the same or change it if you want. Just alter a little bit of the first paragraph, but most of this is cut and play. And this is an opportunity. Here's what we found, and maybe you disagree. I doubt that you will. When you're reaching out, especially to key influencers, what we found is that press releases are more effective than flyers. So if you're trying to reach out to a church about setting up Credit 101, the workshops that we're doing, or reaching out, many of you are reaching out to real estate agents and car dealerships and others for credit referrals, we have found that press releases are a great way to share the message in a format that's often seen as more professional and more relevant than a flyer. But nonetheless, as we talked about yesterday, we have the flyer, and to the best of my knowledge, all of you that requested a modified version of the credit sweep flyer, it was sent out to you. Okay, so with that being said, we'll just read through the press release briefly, talk a little bit about why what is here. And again, you can change it up because when you're using as white label, it's representing you, not us. So we don't need to approve your press release because your press release won't reference our organization. That's why it's called white label, or sometimes called private label. So we start with our mission statement. IIMFL is a Mineola-based Texas 501c3 nonprofit committed to narrowing the racial wealth gap by doing three things: teaching financial literacy, improving credit scores, and facilitating the development of minority-owned small businesses. And we're announcing the 60-day credit sweep program. We make a statement to try to make this more relevant. So we address that weak personal credit scores are a significant barrier impacting individuals' ability to buy homes, get transportation, and then, of course, our bread and butter, start and grow businesses. Unlike most efforts to improve credit by disputing derogatory items, we launched the 60-day credit sweep program to block applicable negative information, leveraging Section 605B of the FCRA. So again, you can change this up, but that's some pretty good material. I'd encourage you to keep most of that. Excuse me. We further reiterate that the 60-day credit sweep is not credit repair. Instead, we leverage federal laws and use algorithms that we develop, resulting in a 96% success rate. The 60-day credit sweep has been proven to improve credit scores quickly by removing applicable bankruptcies, inquiries, charge-offs, collections, and other derogatory accounts. You could debate, well, do we really need to list these 4 bullets out? Isn't that what they would expect? But the bottom line is people are always kind of thinking about what's in it for me. Is this applicable to me? And chances are that most of your credit sweep prospects are going to fall into one or more of these four categories. Again, we've got many success stories, and here on the Credit Sweep website, there's a whole YouTube video, but we pick one out to show, just to bring it to the forefront of their attention. But certainly there are other success stories that we have available for them. And so this is a real one, of course, otherwise we couldn't say it, it would not be accurate. So this client in less than 60 days averaged a little better than a 200-point improvement. And I think that's important because when it comes to credit improvement strategies, so often people are skeptical because in many cases they've been disappointed, or they've been burnt, or they haven't gotten what they thought they would get. And so what you and I offer is much different than that. It's very effective and it's very transparent, and it works. Okay, usually a good press release will have a quote. You can change the quote, you can change the person making the quote, but the quote that we have is that the IIMFL 60-day credit sweep program is a legal, effective, affordable, and guaranteed approach to obtaining better credit for qualified individuals in just 60 days. And again, that's important because normally when people go after better credit, usually they're enrolling in some system that they don't really understand. Unlike ours, we're specifically stating how we're going to do it. So there's no secrets. We even provide them, if they want, the 130-page guide so they could go do it themselves. And then secondly, they wonder, how long is this going to take? You sign up for a lot of these dispute-based credit repair companies and they're charging you monthly. So in the back of your mind, you're thinking, well, what's their incentive to get this done very quickly? Because the more months that they're working on my file, the more money that they make. So in this case, it's a one-step process, a 60-day process. All right, and then also we're always looking to grow, so we make our plug that we're looking for more credit literacy educators. Our credit literacy educators can certainly teach the Credit 101. We don't charge anything for them to teach the Credit 101. If any of you are interested in teaching the Credit 101 curriculum, just let us know. I know many of you have already. It can be taught in person, online. It can be taught to individuals, small groups, or large groups. And we've got so much content. We've got the participant guides, the instructor guides, the PowerPoints, the train the trainer videos. It's very scalable. It could be a 30-minute presentation, or it could be a half day or even a full day presentation. So we want to educate. That is key to our mission, improving financial literacy. But what we know is what makes a difference in people's lives is not just learning, but taking action upon that. So we do certainly want to enroll as many people as possible into the credit sweep, so we can in fact not only teach them about the benefits of better credit, but help them have the better credit so they have the utility of strong credit to, again, finance homes, get transportation, start or grow a business, or whatever it is that they're looking to do. So again, if you would like a copy of this press release, we will send it to you, obviously free of charge, in Word. Just email us, and then you'll strip off those elements that are branded to us because you're going to use it as a white label. And if you're looking to do something different, so if you want to just take it and just have people contact you and leave our information on it, then we have to approve it. We have to see what goes out before it goes out if it references us. But the design of the white label, the private label, is referenced over here, which we'll talk about in a moment, is for you to have your own branding if you wish, but you're going out as your own entity helping people. And again, I just ordered a new iPhone yesterday, the new iPhone 12 Max or whatever it is. The 13, I guess, won't come out until the fall. So we talked about this in a recent training. Apple does not make iPhones. Apple pays someone to make iPhones. So in this case, you're not doing the credit sweep. Frankly, you're paying us to do the credit sweep, but you're able to go out and sell the iPhone for $1,000 and make a lot of money. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to cover, and then we'll get to your questions and answers. So on the 60-day credit sweep website, many of you have been on it. So there's the information request. So if you're doing private label, you could pull from this, and we've even added the press release, but you wouldn't really want to steer your clients here because you're no longer private label, right? If you're steering them back to us, you've circumvented the whole concept of white label or private label. But there's some good information that you could use there, the training videos here. But we've added a new page for careers because we see so many people that are struggling financially. So let's ignore credit for a second. A lot of people are just struggling financially. They do not have the money coming in to their business and or household to pay their bills, to maintain or improve credit, to do the things that they want to do, they need to do. And so this pandemic has impacted a lot of people. Well, one option is that they could become a credit literacy educator. We don't charge to become a credit literacy educator. And there's a little asterisk behind that. Of course, there is the background check, the one-time background check. But the bottom line is they can become a credit literacy educator. They can help others. And the way that we're wording it with the private label is that our private label partners are making on average $1,000. And we've talked about this numerous times. You can charge whatever you want on the private label credit sweep. The most popular that we've seen is that you all are often charging $1,000 up front when the person enrolls. You collect that from them. And then secondly, another $1,000 at the end of the 60 days. People are happy about that. And then many of you are offering them a prompt pay discount that if they will pay the entire amount up front, you might take a couple $100 or as much as $500 off. So they pay a one-time flat $1,500. Again, that's going to you. That's money in your pocket. That's gross income, granted, but that's income into your business's bank account or your individual bank account, however you're handling your money. So with that being said, that's a big deal. I think so often most of you are very financially successful. And so the thought of earning a couple extra $1,000 a week doesn't even get your attention. But for the average American, if they just earned $1,000 extra a week from a side gig, like being a credit literacy educator, it would change their lives, right? So again, I realize that may be chump change to you, but for the average American, an extra $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a week by helping 1, 2, 3 clients with credit sweep is a game changer for them. Now they have the funds to grow their business, to put a down payment on a house or whatever it is they're wanting to do. So in summary, on the career page, we describe 3 key benefits of working together. They can earn an adult income on average $1,000. We're using the verb mentoring, but other than educating the client, getting them, collecting the money from them, we actually do the back end implementation so that there's minimal work necessary for that $1,000. We've talked several times about the white label program. So that allows the credit literacy educators to take out to the marketplace under their own branding, and then the ability to teach if they want. And I talked about the Credit 101 a minute ago. There's a few videos here and these videos are more related to the role of the credit literacy educator versus of the client, but we're very transparent. So it's fine if clients watch this as well. And then if they're interested in becoming a credit literacy educator, they plug in here. Now, you might be saying, well, what's in it for you? Why do you care about this? Well, if you're going to be a credit, be a credit literacy educator and go spread the word, you're going to want referral sources. And how you develop those referral sources and how you pay them is completely up to you. But you could use some of this training to educate them on how the model works, and then you could pay them the way that you'd like to pay them. Okay, so let's get to your questions, comments, concerns, because we've now covered the 2 items that I wanted to cover. In summary, press release, available, free to you. We'll send it to you in Word. All you got to do is email and request it. And if you're going to leave any of our branding on it, then it has to be approved before it goes out. But if you strip all the references, excuse me, to us, where it's truly private labeled, which is the goal, then we don't need to approve it, and you can use it in a variety of different ways. And then secondly, wanted to clarify that we have the career page up now on the 60-day credit sweep. All right, so let's see, Scott here. The background check, normally we're processing credit literacy educators in 24 hours, and we're, I think, pretty consistent with that. So it doesn't take long. And so when a new credit literacy educator comes aboard, we set up a landing page for them. We create a marketing flyer for them. We send them the flyer with the landing page, and then plug them into some preparatory training. So all of that should be happening within 1 business day, no more than 2. All right, and so Joseph is asking a really good question, some 2-liners to use as promos for an ad campaign. Well, let's go over here on the website. And so that's really what we've attempted to do, Joseph, with this resource site, 60-day credit sweep, is we've defined the problem, the solution, the key bullet points. Of course, we have the YouTube videos, the press release that's over here is already on the website, additional training videos, and of course the career page. So I perceive that we have given you, and you may not feel the same way, Joseph, but here's the concise content that you can use for promotional purposes. If you need something different, let me know. But that's our goal, is providing you content that you can copy and paste, provide you the press release, and then we went through, and I can pull up here in a minute the if you'd like, the flyer, but we went through the flyer, the credit sweep flyer, on yesterday's training. So all those resources are free. Okay, so let's see. Greg asked, about the client going through the credit sweep. Oh, well, yeah, we guarantee in writing to the client on the credit sweep program, and so I think that's made reference here. And so we're going to work with them to implement the Section 605B process. What we know is that, if I can highlight it properly, here we go. Section 605B of the Fair Credit Reporting Act requires the CRAs, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, to block submitted information within 4 days. So in a perfect world, it wouldn't take 60 days, it would take 4 days. However, they don't always do that, so then we have to hold them accountable. So we're going to continue to implement until the CRAs have followed this federal law, and we guarantee that we'll do so. All right, and so Robert's asking a really good question. So with private label, you're not going to want to send them to 60-day credit sweep. This certainly will give you information and resources, but if you sent your prospects here, then it's no longer what we call the white label or private label. Certainly, if they come through referred by you, we'll send you $100. That's not a problem. And if that's all you want to do, then here you go. But most of our partners want to earn $1,000 versus $100, and the $1,000 is obtained through the white label. So you're right, Robert. If you're happy just making $100 per, send them right over here, put them on this page, and we'll take care of it. We'll close them, we'll collect, we'll pay you 100, or you can do white label. You pitch them, you close them, and you make on average 1,000. Hopefully that makes sense. But the answer to your question, Robert, is we ask who referred them here. All right. Mark asked a really good question that we've not talked about before. Can traditional credit repair be done at the same time? I would recommend not. I think we should have one initiative at a time. And so if they need traditional credit repair above and beyond the 605B, I would do the 605B first, and then they could go back and address traditional credit repair. But no, I wouldn't be doing anything with their credit during that 60-day window, meaning let's not go apply for new credit. Let's not go through credit repair. Nothing good could happen from that. So during that 60-day window, they can use the credit cards they have, pay it on time, keep the balances reasonable, but we certainly don't want them to be actively using their credit, creating new changes or new activities that could only slow the process. And so John's asking a good question. So same with what I'm saying. No, we don't want to be adding new trade lines during this 60-day window. We don't want to be applying for credit. We need the 60 days for this 605B process to work without any other changes to their credit. All right, so that answered several of those questions. All right, so Anna Marie asked, when a person goes through credit sweep, what proof will they receive? Oh, well, so the process includes them having clients that are going, let me be more specific, clients that are going through the 60-day credit sweep must have credit monitoring. And we referenced that. No, maybe it's not on this page, it was on the other page. But so they have to have credit monitoring. So they see where their credit is and was, and as the changes occur. And then we generate a report for them at right around day 45 to show the before and after. So it's very transparent. But they'll have credit monitoring, Anna Marie, so they'll know real time. So Greg again's asking about Credit Boost at the same time. So we can enroll them in Credit Boost, add some trade lines, and then start the 605B process, or we can start the credit sweep, and then after the 60 days, start adding trade lines. But what I said still holds true. We don't want to be applying for credit during that 60-day window. But practically, they could enroll in Credit Boost. We could add a couple trade lines on day 0, for example, and then on day 1, start the 60-day credit sweep. So now they're not overlapping. All right, thank you for that, Greg. All right, Anna Marie says thanks. All right, so I think we covered some good information today. So one more summary and then we'll wrap it up. And we do plan on being together tomorrow. I know it's Good Friday. Many of you will be taking the day off, deservedly so, which is fine, but we'll be here and we'll record it. So in summary, what we covered today: new press release available for your use. Just email us. We'll send you the Word version. If you're going to use it, you should make it white label, which means remove the references to us and insert the references from you. So that way people can't circumvent you. They're going to follow back up with you. And that also relieves us of any compliance issue, because now you're not representing our entity, you're representing your own entity. So press releases are very, very good. And it doesn't mean, I think I do a poor job of saying, this just doesn't mean that you go contact the Associated Press and send it out to 1,000 newspapers. This can be a very effective tool on a one-by-one basis, just reaching out to prospective clients and referral sources. And then secondly, we clarified that we added a new page to the 60-day credit sweep, which is the career page, which is helpful to get some base training if you need it here with these 4 videos. All right, thanks everyone. We finished early today, which is an unusual pleasure. We'll see you back tomorrow morning. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.